Let's be real. Do you actually know if your cat feels loved? You probably think the answer is yes. You buy the expensive food, you give them treats, you scoop them up for big hugs. But here's the cold truth. Most of what humans do to show affection actually stresses cats out. Your hugs, your kisses. To a feline, those can feel like a predator closing in. You think you're being a great owner, but you might be accidentally pushing them away every single day. In this video, I'm giving you 7 tiny rituals. They each take less than 60 seconds. But once you start, the bond changes instantly. We're going to decode the cat handshake and why your dignity doesn't matter when you speak to them. And you must stay for number 7. There is one specific spot on their body, a biological anchor that triggers a flood of love chemicals. Once you touch it the right way, they won't just like you. They will choose you every single day. Let's start with the one habit almost everyone gets wrong. Before we dive into where to touch your cat, we have to talk about how you sound to them. It starts with the ridiculous baby voice. Have you ever caught yourself talking to your cat in a high-pitched, sweet tone that would be totally embarrassing in public? Most owners feel a little silly doing it. They try to speak to their cat like an adult roommate. They use their normal, deep speaking voice. They think it's more mature. End of story. But that is a massive mistake. To your cat, your adult voice is just background noise. It sounds like the drone of a refrigerator or a car passing by. They just tune you out. Here is the secret. A 2022 study from the University of Paris changed everything. Researchers found that cats can tell the difference between their owner and a stranger, but only when the owner uses that high-pitched, exaggerated tone. When owners spoke normally, the cats didn't care, but the second they switched to baby talk, their ears swiveled, they moved closer. The 60-second ritual is easy. Every time you feed them or walk past them today, lose your dignity. Use that high, sweet voice. Say anything. The words are for you, the pitch is for them. Watch their ears. They'll rotate toward you like radar dishes. That tone tells them, I adore you. You aren't just making noise anymore. You're finally being heard. Now that your cat is finally listening to your ridiculous voice, you have to fix the way you look at them. This brings us to the 3-second I'm not a threat. Look, have you ever caught yourself staring at your cat from across the room because they're just so cute? You lock eyes, and you don't want to look away. Most owners think this is a shared moment of beauty. They think a long gaze is how you show you're paying attention, but you're accidentally starting a fight. To a feline, a direct, unblinking stare is a biological challenge. It's what a predator does right before it pounces. If you look at them too long without blinking, your cat's brain goes into high alert. They don't feel loved, they feel hunted. University of Sussex researchers proved the solution in 2020. They found that the slow blink is the ultimate feline peacemaker. When owners slow blinked, cats were significantly more likely to blink back and even walk over for affection. It's basically a cat's version of a warm smile. Here is the daily ritual. Every time your cat meets your eyes today, count to 3. Then, slowly let your eyelids drop. Hold them closed for just 1 heartbeat. Then open them gently. Watch their face. Their pupils will settle and their body will relax. You've just signed a peace treaty in their native language. And hey, if this is helping you see your cat differently right now, hit that like button and subscribe. That's how we help more owners stop guessing and start knowing their cats. Now that your eyes have signed a peace treaty, you need to speak to their inner predator. This is the pre-kill sequence. Have you ever dangled a toy right in front of your cat's nose, only to have them stare at it with total boredom? Most people assume their cat is just being lazy or picky. They think the cat has outgrown play. That's it. But the truth is, you're accidentally boring them to tears. In the wild, real prey doesn't dance in front of a cat's face asking to be eaten. It hides, it runs away. Cats are hardwired for a 4-step hunting sequence: stalk, chase, pounce, and catch. When you wave a feather in their face, you're giving them the catch without the hunt. You've taken the dopamine out of the game. The 60-second ritual is simple. Stop shaking the toy like a chore. Drag it slowly away from them. Let it disappear behind a chair or a corner. Make it freeze, then dart in unpredictable bursts. Watch their pupils. When they dilate and their hind legs start to twitch, you've unlocked their primal dopamine. You aren't just a person with a stick anymore. You're the source of their greatest thrill. After you've mastered the hunt, the next step happens during your quietest moments, the parallel rest pact. Do you ever feel like you're failing to bond because your cat is sitting at the other end of the couch? Most owners think they have to reach out and pet their cat to show love. They assume silence means the cat doesn't care. But you're wrong. In the cat world, sharing space without pressure is a massive compliment. Biological research calls this social buffering. Cats only rest near individuals they trust 100%. They aren't being aloof. They're enjoying your company without the human demand for touch. By letting them stay at a distance, you're proving you aren't a threat. The ritual is simple. Sit nearby, don't reach out, don't even call their name, just exist in the same room with zero pressure. Watch what happens over the next few days. The gap will close, they'll move to the same cushion, then right next to your leg. Not because you forced them, because they chose you. That's the highest form of love there is. Once you're finally sharing space, how do you actually say hello? You need the scent clearing protocol. How do you usually greet your cat? Do you just reach down and start scratching? Stop. To a feline, that's like a stranger hugging you with no warning. It's jarring. Cats process the world through scent first, sight second. They need a handshake to feel safe. Researchers at Oregon State University found that cats are significantly more social when humans let the cat initiate the greeting. The ritual takes 2 seconds. Before you pet them, extend one finger near their nose. Stay still. Let them sniff you. Let them decide you're safe. When they rub their cheek against your finger, that's your green light. Watch their body. They won't flinch anymore. They'll lean in. You went from being a giant who grabs to a partner who asks. And cats never forget the people who ask first. Now that you've mastered the handshake, you need to respect their silence. This is the deep sleep sanctuary. Ever scoop up your cat just because they look cute while sleeping? It feels like love to you. To them, it's a jump scare. Cats spend up to 16 hours a day sleeping to regulate their nervous system and process stress. Deep sleep is their most vulnerable state. Interrupting them erodes their sense of security. If you do it enough, they'll stop sleeping near you and start hiding under beds or behind furniture. They aren't being antisocial, they're protecting their peace from you. The ritual is the easiest one on this list. When your cat is asleep, just walk past. Don't touch, don't whisper. Let them finish the cycle. Watch what happens. They'll start sleeping in the middle of the room again. They're doing it because they trust you to be their guard. You aren't just an owner, you're their safety. Everything leads to this. To unlock their total devotion, you need the oxytocin anchor. Where do you usually pet your cat? The back, the chin? Most owners just reach for whatever is easiest. It feels fine, but it's not enough. You're missing the biological jackpot. In the feline world, certain spots are reserved for family only. If you aren't touching the right place, you're still just the person who brings the food. The secret is something called allo-grooming. Bonded cats focus almost exclusively on the base of the head, right between the ears. Why? Because a cat can't reach it themselves. This is the holy grail of trust. Science shows that grooming this specific spot releases a flood of oxytocin, the love hormone, in both the cat and the human. It's a chemical bond that says, we belong together. Here is the ritual. Use your fingertips. Give slow, repetitive strokes right behind the ears and down the back of the head. Don't scratch, don't rub hard, just mimic the steady, rhythmic licking of a cat's tongue. Do this for just 60 seconds. If these rituals helped you today, hit that like button and subscribe. Share this with another owner. It's our duty to help every cat feel understood, because being chosen by a cat is the greatest honor there is.